Kevin Sandbloom original right there. Called How Many Miles? Thank you, Kevin.
How many miles? Yes.
All right. Yes. We're gonna do a little Marley prophetic classic right here. Joanna's gonna lead us on this one called Small Acts. How's that? Sharing the love. Today we're gonna bring up our brother Dialogo Vega. to sing this next one. I think you're gonna recognize the Sam Cooke classic. Clang it. Come on up.
This is open up. I'm kind of tall. I can slide in here.
Yes, you can.
Yes. I was born by the river in a little tent, and like that river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been good, hard living, but I'm afraid to die. I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know the change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go, my brother. I say, brother, can you help me, please? Yeah. Then my brother ends up knocking me down on my bended knees. There were times when I thought I would last for long. But if we all stick together, we can carry on. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
Tiago Vega. Yeah, say her name. Say her name.
Taylor.
Breonna Taylor. Hey, if whoever has those numbers, I think it's Maria. We're gonna put those Kentucky contacts. Oh, there they are. It's a document right there. You can call and demand justice for Breonna. So this is all about taking action. So please share that love. Next, we're gonna do another train song. Love Train.
Sure.
Get back up here. Tell us about this song.
I tried to just find this at the last minute when you said it was time to come here and talk about love and peace and us trying to treat each other like we deserve to be treated, not as but as a human race. The main thing that came to my mind is love. So
Love's the word.
love
Love
is
is
the
the
key.
word. Lay some love on us, brother.
People all over the world, join hands, join a love train, love train. People all over the love train, love train. All of my people over in Africa. Tell all the folks in Russia it's too. Don't you know that it's time to get on board and lift this train? Keep on riding, riding on. People all over the world, join hands, join that love train, love train. People all over the world, join hands, join that love train, love train. People all over the world, join hands, join that love train, love train. People all over the world, join hands, join that love train, love train. People all over the world, join hands, join that love train, love train. People all over the world, join hands, join that love train, love train. People all over the world, join hands, join that love train, love train. Join hands, join that love train, love train. People all over the world, join hands, join that love train, love train.
Yeah.
Love is the key.
Yeah, Dialogo. Thank you, brother. Say her name.
Breonna
Say her
Taylor!
name.
Breonna Taylor!
That's why we're here. We're putting together this coalition for racial justice called Dina United. And we want to share a little bit about that. But I wanted to see if anybody, either Heavenly, are you in there? Faye, you know if she's in yet? Maybe not. It's all good.
Yeah, my tribe is on.
Oh,
I'm on.
Hey, Victor, tell us real quick a little bit about My Tribe and what you guys have been doing in the community here.
Well, we've been very active in our community, being activists, trying to bridge the gap between racial relationships, gang intervention. We give back to the community. We feed the homeless, and we try to support our neighboring city, Pasadena, as well, and just try to bridge the gap, bring people closer together. And what My Tribe Rise is really trying to do is raise a higher consciousness of the people, so we can become as one unit. That's kind of it in a nutshell.
Amen. And can you introduce yourself? And is Heavenly there with you?
Heavenly is here. She's not feeling well. She's laying down. So
I feel you. Okay.
you're lucky if you get me or her, and you're really lucky if you get both of us.
All right. Thank you for sharing some love there, brother. Please support My Tribe Rise. They've been doing amazing things in the community. Dina United is a racial justice coalition, and I'm going to put the coalition statement in the share right now.
Yes.
And I'll just read one little part of it. Dina United exists to strengthen partnerships and learn from one another across racial, political, and economic lines throughout Altadena and Pasadena communities. The coalition exists to amplify creative solutions to peacemaking and restorative justice and support anti-racist voices in our own neighborhoods, our country, and the world. And I'm just going to put that in here to everyone so you know what we're all about. And there's a little more there that I don't have to read, but you can read when you got a second. I'm also going to put the websites for our 3 organizations, and that includes Compassionate Arts, Soul Force Project, and My Tribe Rise, who you just heard from. Faye, do you want to chime in right now, or you want to about what y'all have been doing, or do you want to wait a little bit?
I'll let y'all play a little bit longer. I'll come back in.
All right.
Yeah, I would love to hear you. I never heard you guys, so it'll be a treat for me. And I hope you got the AC on for everybody in there, Paul.
I couldn't get it working, but we got like 3 fans going on here, so we're
That's a
swimming
start.
through this. Thank you for that concern. We're surviving here. It's 120 in Baghdad, so we don't got it so bad here. But we're doing our best.
Always look at the positive. Thank you.
Positive.
I had to say that because I know my dad's on this call and he got back from Baghdad last year, doing peacemaking over there. So little shout out to my folks, Greg and Cy Livingstone, who are on the call, who've been world travelers and peacemakers their whole lives.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so let's do another song, and check out the platform if you get a chance, y'all, and keep sharing the love. Make some comments, get to meet your neighbors. This is all about community building and sharing the love here and making a difference in the community. We're gonna do another one by Kevin right now. You want to introduce it, brother? Come on forward.
Yeah.
So we can hear you well.
This is another original piece called In My Heart There's a Lion. It's on my latest selection. If you just want to search Kevin Sampson, you can find me. And you can
Great
find all my
Great
music.
new record. What's it called?
Cicada.
Cicada.
Oh, let me be free, so that I may see what is me. Feel the freedom song. Lord, let me be good, so that I may teach what it means to live life as one. Yeah. In my heart there's a lion. On the right, yeah. I know they keep on trying, pretending to fight and survive. Lord, let me be real, so that I may feel everything. Feeling like king. Lord, let me be strong, so that I may live everyone. Feel my warrior. Oh, well, in my heart there's a lion. Keep on the right, yeah. I know they keep on trying, pretending to fight and survive.
Let's break it all the way down.
In my heart there's a lion, yes. Won't you hear me roar? Today I feel like a lion, yeah. Won't you hear me roar? Hey, yeah, hey. In my heart there's a lion, yeah. Won't you hear me roar? Today I feel like a lion, good dog. Won't you hear me roar? Oh, the right, yeah. I know they keep on trying, turning the fight and forever. My heart is a lion. Keep on riding, right, yeah.
Wow, yeah, so it's so great to have all these friends together here. We got Jiro Yamaguchi on the drums, Dialogo Vega on the bass and vocals. We got Joanna Moore right here on vocals. We got Arden Page on vocals. My name is Paul Livingstone. Thanks for joining us. Don't go nowhere because we have some things to share. And at the end, we may or may not bring back in some more music, but we want to get into some sharing time. I want to tell you a little bit about Soul Force and what we've been doing in the community, but I want to bring in Faye Love from Compassionate Arts, who's doing super amazing work in the Pasadena community and has been collaborating with all kinds of activists and young people, especially doing art in the community. Lay it on us, Faye. Where are you at? Are you there? All right, I got, how about Maria?
Hello.
Hi, this is Maria Solano.
Am I on mute? I'm good.
You are audible. Tell us about the organizing you've been doing in the community, because you've been bringing a real special history project to Pasadena, Altadena, and other parts of Los Angeles. Just give us a little lowdown on that, please, Maria.
Okay. So my name's Maria Solano, and I'm Maria. I live in Eagle Rock, and so many people, was just deeply moved to do something aside from marching, because I just wanted to do some socially separate activities. So a friend of mine posted Michael Harriot's timeline, which basically identified 49 events starting from 1619, when the first African slaves were brought over. And he broke down basically 400 years into 49 points. And so a friend of mine had posted it on Facebook, and I've put it in the chat. It's called A Timeline of Events That Led to the 2020 Fed Up Rising. And so obviously I was, I looked at the timeline, and I thought about the millions of people that timeline represents. And I thought, I was just astounded also to learn so many things about history that that had never been taught in school. And I just thought it was an alternative way to provide concrete examples about why Black Lives Matter, and why, aside from whatever political persuasion you have, like these are the lives of people. And I don't know how anybody can look at that history and not be moved to do something against it. So anyway, so I took the idea of the timeline, and I thought, what if I gather friends and invite people to poster each of the events, and their job would be to learn about that event, and then we line up in a community and teach the community about racism in America as it pertains to Blacks. So that's what I did. And we presented the first one in Eagle Rock. And then since then, I had some friends of mine join, Amy Tien, who's also here. She also joined and helped to organize. So we've had about seven, I think this was going to be our 7th event. And so we basically set up we've set up in Montrose, in Eagle Rock, Echo Park, Silver Lake. We were at the Rose Bowl, and I posted, I sent a link to some photos of what the poster timeline looks like. So that's what we did. And then when we Heavenly just happened to be driving by when we were in Altadena, and so we got connected to her, and we thought it was a good idea to do some collaborative work with other people who are obviously doing and have been doing really important work in the community. So we're really happy to have been invited, and really bummed that we're not able to be at Charles White Park presenting the timeline, because it's visually it's it's stunning to look at, to have 49 people holding posters um, of the history, of our nation. So that's what we're doing. And if you want to be involved in any future events, you're welcome to leave your contact info, and we'll invite you to the next event.
Thank you, Maria. I'm showing some of the pictures right now on the screen share, but the link is there so you can grab the information. You can see, like this one, summer of 1919. Black veterans returned from World War II to with notions of equality. And white lynch mobs. So there's all kind of really amazing things that we're never taught in school here. Just sharing some of these things. This one you can't quite read, but you can see there's all different points of history here. Here's 1770. Can y'all see these that I'm sharing? 1739. 1740. So whenever we reschedule this activation in the park, we hope to have this wall of history action back. Thanks to Maria and I believe it's Diane, been helping.
Diane, Amy,
Yeah.
Danny. There's about 5 of us organizing together now. It started as a party of one, but the beauty of having friends is that, like we all do, invite people to be a part of a movement.
Yes. So usually you have about 30 or 40 people showcasing these different facts of history.
Right. There's 49 events on his timeline. So we usually get about maybe 35 or so, and then whatever numbers don't have a person attached, we try to put it on a lawn sign so that all the events are posted.
One of the things when I read this timeline the first time that really impacted me was the fact that the first police force in the United States was the slave patrol. And I think that's something that we don't really hear out of any public school in this country, and we gotta start questioning the things that we're being taught and the things that we are teaching our children. So a movement like this is such a guerrilla grassroots way to educate people. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah.
I don't know if Amy wants to say anything else. Amy?
Amy, somewhere over the rainbow there?
Yep.
I think she said no.
Oh, okay.
Say something. Paul, I want to say something.
Yeah, Victor, my prize.
Yes, Maria, I believe we met also
Yes.
Altadena Drive in Lake, and I think we were actually going to have lunch at that Mexican restaurant, and you guys was actually out there doing the timeline
Right.
as you were describing, and that's how we met Maria. We was just going to have lunch, and they was right there with a timeline, and we just had to get involved, so I had to postpone lunch, but we got involved, and I ate later. Yeah, and Jane and Kate was also there as well.
All right.
I think Jane and Kat actually told us about it. Yeah.
Cool.
So that was great. So we do like what you're doing in the community as well. Very good music there. Paul,
Yeah, thanks.
and I think
This is
it,
Soul
it, it
Force Singers. Soul
yeah,
Force, yeah.
and I'm thinking, Paul, something like this. And I noticed how one young lady, I think it was you, Maria, that said, I know some people don't like the protesting. Well, they like the protesting, they may not like the walk. And I'm thinking, Paul, one day we can have, like I always say, that dialogue where we can have your music and have like a community barbecue. A community barbecue, and invite the people out for a good dialogue, good conversation, just getting to know one another. And that's been a long time dream of mine that I've been wanting to do in Altadena, to have a community barbecue, invite the whole community.
Let's do it, brother.
Yeah, that's something that we can add to the list.
All right. Well, it's great. So great to have everyone on. I'd like to invite Faye to chime in if she's ready, or else I'll share a little bit about Soul Force. Are you ready, Faye?
Go to that gallery.
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
All right.
It's been great. I'm glad to see such a lovely turnout and that everybody is vibing. This is what it's all about. As you see, I had my my little screen thing up. I'm Compassionate Arts. I'm part of the team. And what we do is we create a community of compassionate artists and activists. We are activists online and in person. We've been supporting the murals, the music, and we've been doing this for since 2015. And our goal is to use art to bring awareness to social and environmental justice. We just had a wonderful workshop down in Compton, near Compton area, with kids, teaching them about seeds and germination and how one seed feeds. And we're also letting them know that we love them, because these were kids from 12 to 4. And we did a little protest in the park around there, and they understood Black Lives Matter. And we walked right by the police and we said, no justice, no peace, no racist police. Get your foot off our neck. You're meant to protect. And we took these words right by the police station, because of course in these areas, the parks have police stations right in their hubs and in their schools. And so this is not what we want the kids to be growing up in a police state. We want them to feel free. So we asked them, what did this mean after they did this march? And they said it felt free. And then we asked, how can we heal and how can we help the planet heal and come together? And about 80% of the youth said love. What we need is more love. And then we looked at all the words that combine, underlying like laughter. We had words of laughter and family. And when it all came back, it was all about love. So the kids figured it out faster. We played a word game and we had a word bank. And inside that, it was love that really united us. So they understood, and we had music, had a drum circle. And so we like to work with youth. We make the message accessible to everybody. When I say it's intergenerational, it's diverse, and our messages are just accessible so that it breaks down so everybody can understand what equality looks like, what equity looks like, and how we can create and co-create a city, a state, a community, a planet that works for everybody. And we use art to bring this message.
Yeah, Faye. Thank you so much. What a beautiful vision, and not just a vision, but implementation that I see you all doing. And that's powerful, because if we don't teach this stuff to the youngsters, you know where this whole thing is going, So thank you so much for your commitment to the community, your commitment to the youth, your commitment to using art as a tool for elevating our consciousness and our communities to be working together.
And a side note, I wanted to say that we are saying the future is now. A lot of people say the youth is here, but the youth are here. So the future is now. Just remember that. And we don't exclude our wisdom and our elders. So it's an intergenerational conversation. So our elders are helping to bring the wisdom and the youth. We look at with the vision of the youth. So we love our intergenerational dialogue. Thank you for holding the space. And thank you to Soul Force and to my tribe for uniting, and all the other partners and sponsors and anybody else who wants to participate in this community in uniting. This is what it's all about. Thank you.
Amen. Amen, sister. Thank you. Thank you. Compassionate Arts. Loving it. Loving it. Hey, I just want to share real quick before we're done about what Soul Force has been doing. We've been around about 5-6 years also, and been doing events on and off. Our first event was a show called Soul Force at Occidental College, and we put together visuals and music around the historical and contemporary issues of nonviolent action around activism, and what that means for changing our lives in the community and changing lives around the world in whatever humble little ways we can do it. So we use music as a tool to elevate consciousness and bring people together of different backgrounds. And I just want to say a few things about the work that I think we need to do together is really define the contradictions in our society right now in really clear language. What are these contradictions that we're facing? And as we do that, we need to apply truth and love with the power of Soul Force. Soul Force is like love in action. It's like nonviolent action. So telling the truth means connecting the dots of history and culture, like learning the real history, like what was the Confederacy about in this country? Was it just about states' rights, or was it about the right of one person to own another? And it's really important that we don't allow rewriting of history in these ways. So it's I really love what Maria and Diane have been doing to educate people, because we're not getting the facts in the schools. So that's one thing about truth telling and connecting the dots. And we do that through Soul Force, through our media. We have a video we just released about C.T. Vivian and John Lewis and their nonviolent actions that they took. So the power of nonviolence means we put our bodies in the way. As John Lewis said, we get to be in good trouble. We put ourselves in good trouble, in trouble that's gonna change the future for future generations, and change it now. And so when we talk about these contradictions, I just want to give a couple of quick examples. For instance, America has this kind of is always talking about freedom in America, but our culture is one that deals also with incarceration on a level that is really outdoes every other country in the world. We have more people in prison than anywhere. We lead the world in prisoners. And we need to connect those dots, because that's a contradiction with talking about a free country. You can't have freedom and incarceration at the same time. I mean, either it means like Americans are really bad people compared to the rest of the world, which I don't think is true, or we got a bad criminal justice system, one that is anti-freedom. So that's a contradiction. We need to tell the truth about the 13th Amendment, about the modern day slavery and the financial incentive of corporations like McDonald's. You know, when you eat at McDonald's, you don't just pollute your body and mind, make your mind dumb, but you're supporting slave labor, because they have been involved with prison labor. Men and women who are paid like 50 to 75 cents an hour to work, you know, and there's hundreds of corporations. Starbucks is one of them, who basically are using this idea of slave labor to make profits. So this is something that we need, a contradiction that we need to unpack in this country. So if you're maybe next time you're thinking about going to McDonald's right here in Altadena, go down to Perry's Joint instead, down the street, and support a local black business and an independent business. And then we step out of the violence of this system. So this is one of the contradictions. Policing is another example that we have a lot of contradiction in this country. So we need to talk about that. Even in our own community, we got a lot of over-policing. With the LA County sheriffs here. Look what just happened in Santa Clarita, where we had cops from the LA Sheriff's Department holding rifles, pointing rifles at black teenagers who weren't even part of the problem just because of the color of their skin. So there's a lot of contradictions, a lot of racial profiling going. I see it on my own street here. I see over policing, like 5, 6 cop cars pulling up because a kid escaped from a home. Why do they need to be that many cars? And when I go up to them and ask them what's going on, they tell me it's police business. Why isn't it our business if we live in this community to know what's going on? You know, these are problems that we need to deal with, the over-policing and the mutual distrust of the community, especially with people of color. I know personally who've the police have tried to handcuff them when they have nothing to do with the crime. So this is going on. This happened last week in this community with some people that were just in this room. So we got to really stand up and create relationships with law enforcement where we ask them for transparency and we actually demand that. And we also really need to ask that work towards a better use of the money that's spent, the billions of dollars that's spent. Even in LA, it's in the billions on the police. So and then we got community centers and places which are broke. So we need to reallocate funds. That's part of the general mission of this whole movement for Black Lives that's happening, is really thinking about what defunding the police means. We don't have to be scared of something when we got police doing jobs that mental health professionals should be doing. Police doing things that they're really not qualified to do, and getting paid to threaten people in the streets, to intimidate. It's not working. So we need to build trust because there's mistrust right now. So these are the contradictions we need to bring out through the truth telling, through looking at nonviolence as a way of life. And I just want to acknowledge that we're standing on the shoulders of people who've been doing this work in America for so long. I'm going to be interviewing the great James Lawson, the architect of the civil rights movement and the nonviolent movement. In his words, he said in front of 3 U.S. presidents 2 weeks ago that we're dealing in 2020 with the issue of plantation capitalism. He said that at John Lewis Memorial in front of 3 presidents. And it was very powerful because a lot of people don't want to take it that far or really extend back into history the tentacles of what's going on today with the police, what's going on with the criminal justice system, what's going on with the way we're treating one another. So I'm really interested in opening up this dialogue with the Sheriff's Department here, figuring out how we can build trust between people of color and the police so that we don't have this broken, mistrustful system. So, and we want to do that through the power of nonviolence. And that means we have to be in our communities. We have to find ways to engage even and get out of our comfort zones, because often it's when we stay in our comfort zones that we really don't bring any change to our communities and our world. So we're trying to do that by elevating and promoting the relevance of nonviolent action. And, you know, it doesn't mean you have to get beat up, doesn't mean you have to go to jail, but you should support those people who are willing to do that, because there are people who are going to jail now for what is right. We're breaking laws, immoral laws, and we need to support those people. If we're not willing to put our bodies in the way ourselves, there's many, many ways that we can support those who are doing that. And if you're interested to get involved, please let us know to Soul Force Project. We use music, we use gatherings, and we're so happy to be collaborating with My Tribe USA and Compassionate Arts and others in the community who want to lift up these values. So thanks for joining us. I don't know if we were planning to do some dialogues. I think I'm feeling like, I don't know what your sense, Faye, is it's a small enough group that we could just have an open share. What do you think?
You can have an open share if you want, or it's up to you. Yeah, an open share, then everybody's voice is heard in the same space. I just want to give you a heads up and yeah, how long were we planning on going tonight? I'm just curious. What's our time?
I was thinking about till 8, about 15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, then let's just put it together in the open share.
Okay, great. So, if anybody just wants to share anything, we had some topics that we were gonna break up. If we had maybe a bigger group, but I think there's about 18 or 20 of us. Anybody wants to share anything about what we've been talking about? We in the next time we do a public activation, we're planning to organize dialogue groups where we'll talk about some of these dynamics and some of these issues in the community, like what Heavenly and Victor have been doing with My Tribe Rise. They've been doing peace walks with former gang members and former incarcerated individuals, interracial cooperation. We've done some racial privilege dialogues, so we're interested in continuing that dialogue through these Zoom talks or gatherings, and nonviolent change and strategy, and then art as a tool for change. So any of these subjects or any other related subject, does anyone want to chime in? Just unmute yourselves. This is your chance. Hey. Anyone?
You know what, Paul? Let's try a smaller group, and I'll do if you guys make me the host, I can break us up. I think that it does work a little bit better if you just let people have a chance to connect and see the person and talk to them more directly in a smaller space.
Okay. So I need to make you co-host.
You just make me the host. Actually, that'll work with you guys.
Jimmy, are you still there? Can you do that? I'm looking for that.
It's in participants, and then you click on my name.
Oh, okay. It's not in the preferences.
It's in participants, and you click on my name, and then where it says more, it'll offer that.
It's not.
And I think when we go into the there won't be broadcast answer your question. No, it will be the breakout rooms are private, so it'll give you a chance to actually have a more of an intimate, authentic conversation.
Okay, I see you as co-host, so I go to more, and then I say it doesn't
Let's
get,
make host.
She's raising her hand. She's waving.
I think Amy wants to say something.
Well, actually, Wen, you're the one who brought it up, and I think it's a good point. You can talk about whether or not, whatever.
I answered it. I said it's not broadcast. When you go into a group room, breakout rooms is not broadcast. It's more intimate and authentic. I answered that. You guys hear me, I apologize.
I don't see that option. I'm sorry.
You're the host.
Oh, you know what? Okay.
You're the host. Paul Livingston is the host. I think you're going. It's Jimmy. I think he's the host, and he's the only one. You can't make me the host right now. Sorry. It's the other.
All right. I think Jimmy's in the other room. So.
I think you're going to chat in this group because there's only a couple of us. If you can stop the live stream.
Sorry, Wen. I couldn't hear you real well. It was super noisy.
Can someone get Jimmy and just tell him to come in?
Yep. Let me see if I can get him.
In the meantime, what we're gonna do is just have a little bit of probably I think it's 14 participants, so we'll break it up into 4 rooms with 4 to 5 people in there. Yeah, I went to public school. With 4 to 5 people in there, and there's different conversations, and I think we'll join different rooms. I think who let me look at the list of topics, and that way I can start to figure out whose room goes into which space. I think that I know I would like to be in this room. My tribe wanted to have a topic. What topic were you covering, my tribe?
Emery, I'm not sure
It was,
what we was covering. I didn't know. Did Heavenly specifically say a particular topic?
I had you down for the community involvement and multiracial cooperation.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay, I guess that'll be us then.
Okay, you're
I'm
the
gonna-
host now, Faye.
So what's happening right now is that I'll break up the rooms until it looks like I'll break up the rooms into how many topics did we have? We have
Let's just do the 3 because we don't have that. We don't have Diane. or
okay.
Brian.
I'm gonna break up the rooms and we have 3 topics. 2, there's gonna be an art room. I'll facilitate an art room. I'm just gonna put everybody's gonna go into a random room, kind of just to make it easier. But we will have separated different ones. So my tribe will be in one room. I'll be in another room. And who else is facilitating?
I can do
What about Maria?
Maria action.
Doing something?
I think it was something.
I can do the 3rd one, Faye.
I didn't know we were doing that now.
So you
Is that happening now, Heavenly?
go first.
Hey, why did you know that?
Okay, it's already. I think for some reason is it your
We're only
is it-
supposed to go till 8 o'clock, right? So maybe we could just break up and just kind of meet other people.
okay, that's fine. We'll just do that. We'll go into the rooms. The rooms are done. They're already separated, and look forward to seeing. I just want to exclude one person. Okay, so okay, let's see. So let's just go ahead and do it, and I'll we'll go to 8 o'clock until it ends. Okay. All right. We'll come back. You guys have you'll have an option. We'll have set the timer for 8 minutes, and we'll come back in 8 minutes. Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Oh,
Did you guys leave the room? I was extending the time for you guys to have more time to connect. You unmute? You want to unmute?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we left the room. We want to join back in now with the group.
I was giving people more time because I know Dorothy just joined in.
Yep.
And Barbara just joined back in. So I was trying to give you guys more time to connect. I just make that message in the breakout.
Thank you. We did connect with Dorothy. And we wanted to just do one more song with the whole group before we close off, sign out.
All right. Do you guys want 5 more minutes or 4 more minutes to talk, or you guys are complete?
I think we're good.
I think the other room is still talking because
All right.
They might be, so you guys want to set up, they'll be back in 4 minutes.
All right. Hey, does the chat I just put in with the websites, is that visible to everyone?
It says everyone.
I did it when I was in the breakout group though. That goes to everyone anyway, right?
No, it's not there.
No, it only goes to the people that was in your chat. Wait till they come back. I would have to give the message in the breakout.
All right.
They'll come in back in like 2 minutes. I can bring them back right now.
Okay, cool. Everyone got a snack?
Like Maria and Dorothy are still talking.
Watch out for your phone.
We don't have to live alone or in fear. We don't have to be afraid just to walk down the street. We all got to make a change to this world that we live in. We all got to make a change, love each other this right way. Come on. Oh, you liking it, huh?
Yeah, we're still waiting for others to come back in.
People starving every day. Sickness, they say, is more on the way. People
on, y'all, say her name, say her name. Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Thank you all for joining us. We'll keep you posted about the next activation. Thank you, My Tribe Rise, Compassion Arts, and Maria for joining us, and everyone else. Bless you. Keep it glangin'. Keep the soul force alive. And I hope we see y'all very soon. Anybody else want to close something? Faye, you want to say anything more? All right. Bless you all. See you again soon. Keep the love alive. Peace out. Bye.